Good afternoon. We will now start. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to this pep talk this afternoon. Please mute yourself, but always show your video picture. Sign in your name, your Facebook account, or email address in the chat box. Please include names of companions attending with you. Use the chat box to ask questions and make comments while the pep talk is on. There will be group pictures at the start and end of the pep talk, so please show your faces in the video. A reminder after the pep talk is to take the online learning cum evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate like the one shown here. I have placed the link in the chat box on the Olete. Another reminder, obtaining 25 OLETE certificates will entitle one mentee to a free voucher for a R.O. Hoson medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. Another request, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. Thank you. Let's now have a group picture taking before we start the pep talk proper in 2 minutes. Please turn on your video, show your faces. Okay, good. Ready? One, habol. One, two, three. I have a patient empowerment program in which I like to empower the lay people or patients to take control in the management of their health. I started the pep talk on May 15, 2021 during the COVID-19 pandemic. There are 3 courses in the pep talk. I completed the core course on October 9, 2021. And then from October 2023, 2021 onwards, I've been tackling health disorder and health issue courses. May 18, 2024, last year, marks the start of year 4 of the R.O. Hoson Pep Talk. So we are now on our 4th year. By May, it will be 5th year already. How long the pep talk will last will depend on our enthusiasm, discipline, and perseverance. My pep talk today is entitled Thyroid Nodule Needle Aspiration. The empowerment objective is for the lay people to have an essential understanding of thyroid nodule needle aspiration as part of their health management. Contents for this pep talk will be the following. What is a thyroid nodule needle aspiration? How is it being done? What are the potential side effects or complications? What are its indications? How does one interpret the outcomes of a thyroid nodule needle aspiration? Disclaimer, the R.O. Hoson pep talk contains the R.O. Hoson's thoughts, perceptions, opinions, and recommendations culled from his personal experiences and also from the writing of other professionals. Let's start with the first topic. What is a thyroid nodule needle aspiration? How is it being done? The starting point here for the thyroid nodule needle aspiration is that there must be a nodule or a lump or a mass, okay, buccal, no, sa thyroid gland, which is on the neck, which may be palpable or not. So, pwedeng basta may bukol, kahit na hindi nakakapa, baka kailangan aspirate, then yan ang starting point ng needle aspiration. Kung walang bukol, hindi ina-aspirate. So, dapat may bukol kahit na hindi nakakapa. So, nakakapa man o hindi nakakapa, yan ang starting point of considering doing a needle aspiration. To repeat, kung walang bukol, usually hindi ginagawa ang needle aspiration. How it's being done? A hypodermic needle, okay, attached to a syringe, ito yung karayom, ito yung syringe, is inserted into the thyroid nodule, and then aspiration is done. Sisip-sipin yun. No? Okay. Pag pinasok na yung karayom, sip-sip, depending kung anong laman yan, lalabas dito sa hiringgilya. So, the findings on and outcomes of the procedure are interpreted and analyzed to come out with the diagnosis of the thyroid nodule. Kung anumang lumabas dun sa hiringgilya, okay, at during the procedure, this will be interpreted by yung yung gumawa, the aspirator or the physicians, no? Okay. And then this will be interpreted as to the diagnosis. So I will discuss how to interpret the findings later on. But for the moment, possible diagnosis after needle aspiration with or without biopsy would be the following. Okay, pag mga bukol ang pinag-usapan palagi, kung nodule pinag-usapan, whether cancer or not, or benign or malignant. So, there are only two choices here. Kung benign siya, yung after the aspiration, benign ang lumabas or malignant. So, example of benign conditions sa thyroid that can be diagnosed by the needle aspiration will be colloid cyst. Colloid cyst means may fluid siya lang, okay? Walang solid component. Then colloid adenomatous nodule, merong fluid, meron ding solid component. Okay? Yung adenomatous, yung solid component, yung cystic component is represented by the word colloid. Another not so common pero nakikita natin yung mga thyroiditis. Thyroiditis is not cancer, kaya it falls under the category of benign. Okay. So ito yung more common na benign conditions of the thyroid which can be diagnosed by needle aspiration. Then the other side of the spectrum dun sa diagnosis, kung di siya benign, then malignant. Okay? And then there are four common types of thyroid cancer. You have the papillary, follicular, and the plastic medullary. Okay? Ito yung more common. Pero ang pinaka-common pa rin dito is papillary cancer. No? As mentioned earlier, the starting point is that there is or there must be a nodule or a lump or a mass on the thyroid gland which may be palpable or not. Okay. So for the non-palpable thyroid nodule or nodules which are difficult to palpate, mahirap kapain kasi masyadong maliit pero meron, no? Okay. The ultrasound machine can be used to assist in the needle aspiration. So you need the ultrasound machine to guide in the aspiration. So ito yung probe ng ultrasound. Ito rin. So titingnan yung kung nasaan yung bukol sa machine at ipapasok ito yung needle, then tutusukin niya yung bukol. No? Parang ito. No? So yung syringe, the needle, okay, guided by the ultrasound, pasok dun sa bukol ng thyroid gland. Palpable, yung mga nakakapa naman, palpable thyroid nodule needle aspiration can be done in the clinic. Okay. Pag non-palpable, usually in-schedule yan ng ultrasound. Kung may ultrasound yung doktor, then it can be done kung may ultrasound sa clinic, then it can be done in the clinic. Kung wala, it has to be scheduled in the other departments like X-ray, no? Sa ibang lugar, no? Okay. So, but palpable thyroid nodule needle aspiration can be done in the clinic kasi kapang-kapana, pwede nang gawin, no? So, ang gagawin lang ng pasyente, either nakaupo siya or nakahiga siya. Pwede din nakahiga. Ang pinakamadaling posisyon na para madaling makapa itong bukol is nakaupo siya, no? Okay. Kaya nakaupo itong pasyente rito as illustrated. Okay. And the procedure proper or aspiration can be completed within 1 to 2 minutes. Okay. So, sandali lang yon, no? So, nakaupo, then pasok yung karayom dun sa bukol, no? Okay. And then, aspirate. So, dito mukhang may nakuha, no? Okay, may nakuha. Baka fluid ito, medyo pinkish or orange, no? Okay. So, the specimen obtained from the thyroid nodule, so pag hinigup, merong tayong makukuha ng specimen, whether fluid or tissues or solid, no? Okay. Kung solid siya, then this is submitted for biopsy study. So when you say biopsy, it's a microscopic study by a pathologist. No? So examining sa mic ito. So ito yung bukol, inaspirate. So after that, ito yung laman ng sa hiringgilya, ipa-flash out sa isang slides. No? Okay. And then, spread out yung sample specimens sa slides. And then, ibibigay ito sa pathologist for reading. No? Okay. So, but if the nodule turns out to be a colloid cyst after aspiration, ibig sabihin, colloid cyst, fluid lang, walang talagang at nawala na yung bukol, no? So, there's no need to submit the fluid for biopsy. Yeah, there'll be instances in which you really don't need biopsy kung colloid fluid lang ang nakuha mo. Okay, kasi wala rin makikita doon, no? Okay. So pag solid, usually binabiopsy 'yon, pinapa-examine. So what are the potential side effects or complications? So invariably, so almost always there is pain, no? Kasi may tusok, no? So pain from the needle puncture as it is inserted in the thyroid nodule. But the pain is usually minimal but depending on the patient threshold, no? Kung matapang, maliit lang. Kung hindi siya matapang at mababa ang pain threshold niya, masakit. Sasabihin niya masakit. But usually the pain is minimal with the same level as that when you do your blood extraction. Yung pag magta-extract ka ng blood for blood chemistry, for blood test, ganun din, no? Okay. So there's no need to put anesthesia and then no need for painkiller drugs after. No? Okay. Other possible side effects or complications, but these are rarely occurring, will be bruising. Kaya usually pag after the aspiration, pinapatiin ng mga at least 5 minutes, no? Para hindi siya dumugo, no? Okay. So kung hindi, magkakaroon ka ng hematoma, okay, but which is uncommon, no? Kung meron mang hematoma, mawawala naman siya. Parang ito, may konting bruising, may konting discoloration, no? Okay. Then tracheal puncture, which is also rare, baka pumasok sa trachea, okay? But this can just be observed, wala namang problema yan, no? Then infection, which is also rare, no need for antibiotics. And then needle tract implantation of thyroid concern, ito yung mga common concern ng mga lay people, but we just have to admit that it's possible, but it's very, very rare, no? 0.2 to 0.1, okay? So less than 1%, no? So, pwedeng magkaroon ng, kung if turn out to be cancer, pwedeng mag-implant yung cancer dun sa dinaanan ng needle. Pero it's very, very rare and usually, wala namang, hindi naman nakakasama. Kasi babalance lang natin benefit over risk. The risk is that the risk is the small chance of needle tract implantation. Pero yung benefit, malaki because gusto natin malaman ano ba talaga yung bukol na yon, no? Before we go for treatment. No? So, what are its indications? The starting point, as mentioned, for considering needle aspiration, dapat may thyroid nodule. When you say thyroid nodule, in layman's term, it could be buccal, a lump, or a mass, no, dun sa thyroid gland. So, and also, dagdag dito, hindi lang thyroid nodule, no, kung malignancy or cancer is being suspected, is a possibility or being suspected. No? And one has to know whether it is benign or malignant as there is a marked difference in treatment. Okay. So, in gamutan ng thyroid nodule, dapat malaman kung benign or malignant. So, you can do that through the help of needle aspiration. And bakit gusto natin ma-differentiate benign from malignant? Kasi ang gamutan iba. Pag outright, malignant ang thyroid nodule, usually ang outright recommendation is surgery. So, wala nang ibang pinag-uusapan. Usually, sabihin, operasyon. No? Kung benign naman, pwedeng subukan pa yung gamot. No? Or observation lang. No? So, the other, uh, yung mga needle aspiration, as I said, it's being done on thyroid nodule, mga bukol, no? And not in diffuse enlargement. Okay. So, you may have a goiter na malaki lang yung right and left lobe of your thyroid gland. So, that's what we call diffuse enlargement, no? So, walang bukol. Then, ito yung diffuse thyroid enlargement. Pag meron, it's usually suggestive of hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism. So rarely is this thyroid aspiration indicated. No? So hindi siya ginagawa dun sa mga diffuse enlargement, hindi siya ginagawa sa hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism. Okay. To repeat, pag may bukol lang, yan ang starting point. No? Okay. So foremost indication will be a thyroid nodule in which the considerations are either a malignancy, cancer, or not or non-malignancy. Okay, hindi siya cancer. Treatment is usually markedly different for malignant and non-malignant nodules. There is a need to be more definite in the diagnosis prior to the institution of the treatment. Other indications, okay, a big or huge colloid cyst in which needle aspiration can provide comfort to the patient as a result of decrease in size and may facilitate medical suppressive therapy. Pag colloid cyst na may fluid na malaking malaki, pwedeng i-aspirate para matanggal yung mga fluid, para lumiit, no? Okay. And then, malaking ginhawa kasi makukuha ng pasyente with that pag lumiit niya yung bukol. So the needle aspiration can simultaneously be therapeutic if the nodule turns out to be cystic. Kasi natanggal yung fluid, lumiit, no? At naginhawa, kaya therapeutic or treatment. And diagnostic, para malaman natin exactly what the nodule is. Kung may nakita tayong colloid fluid, na may fluid, right away, alam na natin it's colloid cyst or colloid adenomatous nodule. Then after that, kung inaspirate, nawala na yung bukol, so therapeutic na yon. So that's what is meant. It's simultaneously therapeutic and diagnostic. If colloid fluid, usually brownish or yellowish or may tinge ng blood because may tinamaan ng konti yung blood vessels, is obtained. So we right away, we say it's a cystic nodule. When you say cystic, may fluid. Okay? And there is no residual mass. Kung inaspirate na lahat yung fluid at wala nang natitirang bukol, wala nang nakakapang bukol, then we call that colloid cyst. Okay? So this is an illustration of pagpasok ng needle with needle aspiration, you can have an instant diagnosis. Kahit na wala ka pang ultrasound, you can already come out with a diagnosis with such a procedure. No? Okay. So in such a case, kung fluid na kuha na, then there is complete disappearance of the mass. There is no need to submit the specimen for biopsy. Okay. Hindi na kailangan. Now, if the colloid fluid is obtained And then there is a residual mass, may natitirang bukol, no, solid. Then the diagnosis is colloid adenoma. Benign pa rin, pero it's now a combination of colloid and adenoma. Okay? So this specimen obtained from the solid element of the nodule can be submitted for biopsy. Okay. So usually colloid adenomatous nodule, ito yung mga dark brown, no? And then may residual. And then after that, kukuha ng sample yung aspirator dun sa solid part. Ito hindi sinasubmit ito, itong fluid. Now for biopsy, it's the solid part. So if no colloid fluid, that's ito yung pangatlong scenario, walang fluid. So, ang conclusion natin, the nodule is solid. So, hindi siya cystic, it's solid. So, so we have to get cells of obtain, then smear on a slide dito, parang dito, to be submitted for biopsy. So, ito pwedeng benign or malignant depende sa basa ng pathologies. Okay. Note at times, yung mga magiging pasyente ko, no? At times with experience, no, yung experience ko, based on the appearance of the cells on the smears, no? So, without waiting for the report of the pathologist, kuminsan o kadalasan masasabi ko na kung talagang benign or malignant, no? However, pag sinubmit ko na yung specimen for biopsy, I still have to wait for the final diagnosis, no? Kaya paminsan, after the needle aspiration, sinasabi ko pasyente, mukhang, based on the itsura, mukhang cancer, mukhang benign. Na? Okay. So, summary takeaway, I have discussed all of these things. What is the thyroid nodule needle aspiration? How is it being done? What are the potential side effects or complications? What are its indications? How does one interpret the outcomes of a thyroid nodule needle aspiration? Takeaway in relation to patient empowerment, be always in touch with reliable medical information on thyroid nodule needle aspiration. Knowledge is power, it gives power. Use the 4Ks of patient empowerment, kaalaman, kakayanan, karapatan, and kapangyarihan to gain greater control over decisions and make better decisions on thyroid needle aspiration as part of your health management. So pag sinuggest sa inyo ng doktor kung kailangan needle aspiration, alam na niyo kung bakit. No? Okay, bakit gagawin. No? At kung anong mga procedure. No? Okay. So this ends my pep talk today on thyroid nodule needle aspiration. I hope I have empowered you to have an essential understanding of thyroid nodule needle aspiration as part of your health management. Okay. Reminder, after the pep talk, before we go to the question and answer, take the online learning evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate like the one shown here. I have placed the link in the chat box. Then obtaining 25 OLETE certificates. If you get a perfect score, you get one OLETE certificate. So obtaining 25, let's say after 25 lectures, after 25 pep talk, one mentee is entitled to a voucher for a RO Hoson medical consultation or either face-to-face or telemedical. Marami na nag-a-avail ng voucher dito. No? Another request, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. Let's now have a group picture taking before we start the QA and interactions. Please turn on your video. Show your beautiful faces. Okay. Ready? Ready, ready, ready. One, wala. Sino mag... Christy, Carm, hindi ka nasasali. Wala si Carm. Who is Carm? Sige. One, two, three. Mm. Okay. Okay. The floor is now open for questions, sharing of experiences, consultation, a brief consultation, pwede. How many of you have undergone thyroid nodule needle aspiration? Si Kat Espero, I suppose.
Yes, Doc.
Okay. What was your experience, Kat?
Masakit.
Masakit?
Nung umpisa, yung una-una ko masakit.
Uh, Kailan ka na needle aspiration? Before the first operation, no?
Yes po.
Okay. Yung second,
Nagkamali pa, Doc. Tapos, nahanap pa nila yung bukol. Ang sakit, tinulit pa nila.
ah, okay. Pero yung second operation mo, wala na, no? Hindi na natin ginawa, no?
Hindi na po, hindi na po.
Diretso na. Okay. So
Apo.
may thyroid nodule ka on the second, before the second operation. That's an illustration. Hindi lahat pwedeng, hindi lang lahat na kailangan gawin. No? Depende doon sa diagnosis ng doktor. No? Okay.
Apo.
Yung first time mo, baka hindi kasi they're trying to decide whether it's cancer or not, kaya inaspirate. No? Okay.
Yes. Nag-base lang po yata sila dahil doon sa resulta ng ultrasound.
Yeah,
Kaya,
yeah. Usually, gina-guide yung ultrasound, okay, a word about the ultrasound. Sa ngayon, yung mga ultrasound report will include yung tinatawag na TIRADS reporting, no? Yun ang, na-lecturean ko na ito, di ba? TIRADS, no? So, pag
yes po.
TIRADS 3, 4, 5, usually they will recommend na needle biopsy, no? Okay. But, ang advice ko sa inyo, bago kayo mag-agree sa needle aspiration biopsy, if you are seeing another doctor, go for a second opinion. No? Okay. Okay. Kung kadalasan, hindi naman kailangan. No? Okay. Have a second opinion before you subject yourself to the needle biopsy. No? Okay. Okay. Kat, anything that you want to share? Okay.
Bang,
May share ka pa? Experience mo with the needle? Ultrasound guided ka ba? Hindi.
yes po. Ultrasound guided sa PGH.
Okay. Bakit? Maliit masyado.
Sobrang liit dahil yung unang operation is 0.4, 0.7. Yung mga ganun po yung nakuha nila.
Okay. So maliit talaga. Kahit na magaling ka kumapa, hindi mo makakapa yun, di ba? Okay.
Yes po.
So, they have to use the ultrasound to guide in the needle aspiration biopsy. Na? Okay.
Apo.
Okay. Sige. Any other person who want to share? Si Belet, wala ka pang needle aspiration, no? Belet?
Wala po, Doc.
Okay. Bakit? May bukol ka, di ba?
Opo, kayo po ang nakadiagnose noong multiple at ano yung multiple colloid adenomatous goiter. Kayo
Okay.
po ang nagsabi na gano'n. Pero
Okay.
hindi po nyo sinabing mag-aspiration, needle aspiration.
Okay. That's good. So again, that's a illustration of hindi lahat, kahit na may bukol, pero kung ang diagnosis sa iyo ng doktor, like me, sabi ko, 99 or 9, at least 95% benign siya, you don't have to have it aspirated. Na? Okay.
Opo.
So, just have a second opinion. Kasi kadalasan, nowadays, palaging mga report, because of the TIRADS reporting, sasabihin sa'yo, aspirate, aspirate, aspirate. Na? Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Buti na lang po hindi.
Okay.
Pero
Sige po.
nag-request ho dati nung Dr. Dennis Salipa ano daw, mag-undergo ng gano'n. Pero
Okay.
ayaw ko nga ho. Ako sa inyo nagpa-second opinion.
So, tama bang decision mo?
Oo, tama ho. Kasi ayaw kong ma-operahan na naman.
Ilang years na ba
Kat
yon?
nga ho. Kaya nga lang yung mga gamot, yun yung iniinom kong gamot, may side effects.
Lahat ng
Kasi,
mga...
nga ho,
Ah,
nasabi ko na sa inyo dati,
oo.
nagkakaroon ng tremor, parang nanginginig ang katawan ko. Tapos sa mamaya,
Okay. Yung mamaya to, okay lang yan. Mas maganda nga. Pero
sige.
yung tremors, ibabawasan lang yung gamot. O baka hindi dahil dun sa gamot. Kasi kung low dose lang binibigay ko sa'yo, di ba?
150 ho.
O yan, 150, medyo mababa pa yon. Tingnan natin kung kailangan pabawasan. No? Okay.
Opo, sige po.
Okay. Who else? Rochelle, did you have a biopsy, Rochelle? Kalimutan ko na. May
Wala
thyroid
po.
ka, di ba? May thyroid ka?
Wala naman po, Doc. Yung sa akin po kasing case, Doc, yung FT3, FT4 normal, tapos yung TSH slightly elevated. So, wala pa naman, Doc, na ano, so far.
Okay. So wala akong nakakapangbukol. Wala.
Wala, Doc. From my last check-up with you ng December 2023, wala pa po.
Okay. Good.
Hopefully, Doc, sa check-up ko next week, wala pa rin po.
Okay. Okay. So application here of the lecture, pag may bukol, sa kita i-aspirate. Ha?
Opo,
Okay.
opo. Yes, Doc.
Pero hindi lahat. Hindi rin lahat. Kung sa play ko benign siya, pwedeng hindi rin i-aspirate. Na? Okay.
Yes, Doc. Thank you po.
Okay. Okay. Sino pa? Si Ellen. May thyroid nodule ka, di ba? Ellen? Kalimutan ko. Unmute. Unmute, unmute, unmute.
Doc, before pa ako mag-consult sa'yo, yung regarding my thyroid, matagal na, nagtitake na ako for so long nga ng medication. And then, no namang tinignan mo, sabi mo, it's just an ordinary, parang ordinary
Goiter.
enlarged goiter. And then,
Hmm.
tinanong mo nga ako kung may nararamdaman ba ako? May masakit ba? So sabi ko, wala naman. And then sabi
Mhm.
mo noon, kung nag-take ka ng medication, ibig sabihin, may masakit sa'yo. Since wala naman, you better, not take the medicine anymore. So, stop ko na.
Okay.
And then, yun na lang, Doc. So,
Ah,
until now,
okay,
wala
tama
naman
yun.
akong
Okay.
problema.
Okay,
Thank
tama
you, Doc.
yun. Kadalasan, depende rin kung anong nararamdaman ng isang tao, no? Okay, kung wala naman
Oh,
siya
Doc.
nararamdaman, wag na yung over treat, no? Okay.
Yes, Doc.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay. May question ka, Cha? Concepcion?
Dok, wala
Our,
naman so far.
wala naman. Okay.
Opo,
Good. So malinaw yung ano ko, presentation
opo,
ko.
opo,
Okay.
Dok. Naniniwala po ako na hindi po masama ang ang tawag dito, needle aspiration.
Kung kailangan lang. Okay.
Pag kailangan lang po.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Thank you,
Sige.
Dok.
You're welcome. Sino si Carm? I'm wondering kung sino si Carm. Are you a newcomer? Bet sino si Carm? Anyway. So, nakita ko dito sa ano natin, may Carm. Sino kaya siya? Di ba? Okay. If there are no more questions, wala nang questions? No. We'll call it a day. Maaga tayo matatapos today. It's 2:45. No. Okay. Okay. Ray Benjamin, you want to add something? Meron pa tayong panahon?
Wala naman. Parang clear naman yung ano, yung lecture. And straightforward yung yung kailangan gawin.
Okay. Sige, kung wala na, let's call it a day. We will see each other next week again. Ang next will be the same pattern of the lecture, pero this time on breast aspiration naman, no? Okay. Simple lang, no? Pero mas complicated yung sa breast, no? Okay. Okay? So we'll see each other next week, no? Same time. Okay. Thank you. Good. So,
Po,
goodbye.
Doc.
Thank
Bye
you po,
po.
Dr. Ray. Happy weekend.
Happy
Thank you,
Thank you.
Doc.
weekend.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Doc
Bye po.
lang.
Thank you.
Mm.